Hi students, good day. Okay, now in this class we are going to discuss the subject pedagogy of mathematics, unit 1. Okay, in the first unit, until we have discussed meaning, nature, scope of mathematics, importance of history of mathematics to a mathematics teacher. Next one is correlation of mathematics. We are discussing correlation of mathematics. As we discussed earlier, we have to discuss the correlation of mathematics in two aspects. One is internal correlation, and the second one is external correlation. External correlation. So, coming to the internal correlation, correlation of mathematics, concepts within the branches of mathematics and concepts within the same branch of mathematics. Okay. Coming to the external correlation, again external correlation is two types. One is correlation of mathematics with daily life, and second one is correlation of mathematics with other subjects. Okay. So under external correlation, in the previous class, we discussed about the correlation of mathematics with the daily life. The correlation of mathematics with daily life. Now, in this class, we are going to discuss the correlation of mathematics with other subjects. Okay, as we said in the previous class, the correlation of mathematics with other subjects are like this: correlation with maths and physics, correlation between maths and chemistry, correlation between maths and biological science. These three comes under correlation between sciences, maths and sciences. Coming to next one, correlation between maths and social science, correlation between maths and languages, correlation between maths and physical education, correlation between fine arts. These two comes under fine arts. Okay, so these seven are the correlation, external correlation, and the correlation of mathematics with other school subjects. Okay, now let us discuss the correlation of mathematics with physical science. Correlation of mathematics with physical science. Okay, correlation of mathematics with physics, not physical science. Both physics and chemistry comes under physical science. So we have to discuss physics and chemistry, correlation of maths with physics and chemistry separately in order to understand properly. Okay, correlation of mathematics with physics, correlation of mathematics with physics. Okay, mathematics and physics. All scientific education which does not commence with mathematics is of necessity defective at its foundation. Okay, this is the statement given by Comte. So, initially, to understand the correlation between mathematics and physics, before seeing some examples and some points related to correlation between mathematics and physics, so we have to pursue some definitions and some statements given by some personalities, great scientists or great mathematicians regarding the correlation between mathematics and physical science. Though these definitions reflect the correlation of mathematics and physical science. Okay, all scientific education which does not commence with mathematics is of necessity defective at its foundation. Okay, if scientific education does not commence with mathematics, definitely it is defective at its foundation. See how Comte defined or correlated the relation or explained the relation between mathematics and physical science. Okay, in general, we cannot separate both the subjects mathematics and physics, mathematics and physics. So both are very much related with each other, very much related with each other. Especially in physics, we cannot understand the subject and the concepts without the application directly or indirectly of mathematics. Okay, that is the correlation between mathematics and physics. Okay, so anyhow, a small question for you. So why a teacher has to correlate the subject mathematics, a mathematics teacher has to correlate the subject mathematics with other school subjects? What is the necessity? Definitely you have to answer based on the discussions we had earlier. Why? What is the necessity? We can teach mathematics as a isolate subject. So no, we cannot teach like that. As we said earlier, knowledge is unique. For our convenience, to study, to gain the knowledge, the knowledge is divided into various subjects. So knowledge is unique. So every subject is dependent on another subject. So there is a correlation between each subjects which we are going to learn, which we are learned in school level, whatever. Okay, so definitely a teacher has to correlate his subject with other subjects while teaching the concepts of his subject. Very particularly, mathematics teacher has to correlate mathematics with other subjects. Then only a student will understand the concepts of concerned subject very particularly, very clearly. Okay, so anyhow, mathematics and physical science uh, both are had correlation with each other. So a teacher teaching mathematical concepts definitely has to correlate the concepts of physics. Simultaneously, a physical science teacher, while teaching his concepts, definitely has to correlate mathematics. Then only students can understand the subjects in a perfect manner. Okay, anyhow, coming to the definition of Kelvin, all scientific discoveries are but the rewards of patience, painstaking, sifting of numerical data. See how wonderfully Kelvin explained the relation between these two subjects, maths and physics. All scientific discoveries, so discoveries of science are but rewards of patience of the scientist or order, maybe painstaking, the difficulties faced while inventing such discoveries. And not only that, and sifting of numerical data into those discoveries. So because of sifting of numerical data only, the scientific discoveries are possible according to Kelvin. Okay, so Kelvin said that all scientific discoveries are but rewards of patience, painstaking. So faced some difficulties. Painstaking means facing some difficulties while that discoveries, during that process of discoveries, inventions. Okay, and sifting of numerical data. Okay, so that is the this definition reflects the correlation between mathematics and mathematics and physics. Let us see one more statement given by White. One more statement given by White. So behind the artisan is the chemist. I think this was discussed earlier in our physical classes, I think so. Okay, behind the artisan is the chemist. Behind the chemist is the physicist. Behind the physicist is the mathematician. Okay. Who behind chemist? Artisan. Okay. Who behind the chemist is a physicist. Who behind physicist is the mathematician. So without a mathematician, there is no physicist and the chemist and artisan. So that is the role of mathematics, and also this reflects this statement reflects the correlation between mathematics and physics. Correlation between mathematics and physics. So based on these statements given by Comte, Kelvin, and White, we can conclude that we may come to an end that mathematics and physical science physics are both related to each other. So there is a strong correlation between mathematics and physical science, sorry, physics, mathematics and physics. So now let us see some more points regarding the correlation between maths and physics. There is a close relationship between maths and physics. For higher education in physics, a good knowledge of mathematics is quite helpful. There is a close relationship between maths and physics. Based on our discussions and based on the statements or definitions given by Kelvin and White and Comte. So we may conclude that there is a close relationship between maths and physics. For higher education in physics, a good knowledge of mathematics is quite helpful. So, without knowledge of mathematics, we cannot complete the higher education successfully in physics. We cannot complete higher education in physics successfully without the knowledge of mathematics. That is the role of mathematics. That is the correlation between mathematics and physics. That is the correlation between mathematics and physics. So these two are very much related with each other. These two subjects are very much related with each other. So if there is for example, let me quote a small live example. So while my in the while my graduation, my physical science teacher used to teach mathematics tuitions for first, second, and third year degree students. See, so lecturer of physics may used to teach conduct tuitions for mathematics. Okay, for all the 3 years, all the 3 years of graduation. So that is the power of maths and physics. That is the power of mathematics. So uh, coming to next one, all the laws of physics are expressed in mathematical language only. Okay, because of mathematics, all the principles, all the concepts and the formulas invented as a principles in physical science comes to a shape with the mathematical knowledge, with the help of mathematical knowledge. Children should have rich knowledge of mathematics to understand physics. So with the help of mathematical background, children may understand the concepts of physics. So without the knowledge of mathematics, a student cannot understand properly the concepts of physics. So that is the correlation between maths and physics. Generally, final shape to the rules of physics is given by mathematics, as we discussed earlier. The inventions are some principles or laws invented in the subject physical science physics will come to a shape, a proper shape, with the help of mathematical knowledge only. The help of mathematical knowledge only. It presents these rules in a practically workable form because of application of mathematics. the inventions of physics and rules and principles may present in a practical, workable form. Okay, mathematical calculations occur in every step of physical science, in every step of, in every aspect, in every concept of physical science. There should be a mathematical calculations. So mathematical calculations occur in every step of physical science. To solve numerical problems in physics, we need a good knowledge of mathematics. To solve numerical problems in physics, we need a good knowledge of mathematics. Need a good knowledge of mathematics. Okay. In physics, we have to be mathematically accurate. In physics, we have to be mathematically accurate. So are these all the points reflects the correlation between mathematics and physics. Reflects the correlation between mathematics and physics. Let us see some more points and examples which reflects the correlation between maths and physics. Launching of satellites on the moon required right amount of thrust in rockets, accuracy in time and speed, angle of launching, shape to provide minimum friction, and so many calculations which has to be completed with sound mathematical knowledge. This reflects that without mathematical knowledge, so there is no discovery in physical science. In physics, there is no discovery in physics. So, for that, see this example: launching of satellites on the moon required right amount of thrust in rockets, accuracy in time and speed to reach the goal. The rocket to reach the goal, there should be accuracy in time and speed. Okay, and angle of launching, angle of launching, shape to provide a minimum friction, shape of the rocket, how it should be. So that calculation is possible with the help of mathematics only. And so many calculations which has to be completed. How much of fuel should be kept in the rocket? What speed should be fixed to move the rocket? Okay, all these calculations related with the mathematical knowledge only. So not only simple knowledge of mathematics, a sound mathematical knowledge needs to do this particular concepts, tasks. So similarly, let us see some principles which reflects in our earlier discussions. Principles of physics are presented in a workable form such as laws of motion. V is equal to U plus AT. The formula, the concept of laws of motion is formulated with the help of mathematics as V is equal to U plus AT. We know all these principles. S is equal to ut plus half at square. V square is equal to u square plus 2as. Okay. Similarly, Newton's second law, F is equal to ma. Similarly, density quantified, D is equal to m by v. Similarly, law of gravitation, F is equal to g m dash by r square. Similarly, work equals to F dot S cos theta. So these are all mathematical applications involved in concepts of physics, rules. So these principles of physics are formed with the help of mathematics only. So based on these examples, based on these discussions, simply we can say that there is a correlation, there exists a correlation between maths and physics. We cannot, a student cannot understand physics without the rich knowledge of, sound knowledge of mathematical concepts, sound knowledge of mathematical concepts. So, to establish such a relationship such correlation, what a teacher of mathematics or physical science has to do. So they have to correlate the concepts while teaching the concerned subject. Suppose if a mathematics teacher is teaching some particular concepts, okay, related to some other fundamental calculations, some other concept, whatever it may. At that time, he has to quote some examples of physical science, some problems of physical science, in order to understand the student the relation between the correlation between mathematics and physics. Similarly, a physics teacher has to quote the importance of mathematics and the relation of mathematics with physical science while teaching these concepts, while teaching some principles like laws of motion, Newton's laws, law of gravitation, like this. Okay, so all these examples reflects the correlation between maths and physics. So let us see some more examples. While drawing a cross section of missions, we have to use the concepts of geometry. Okay, particularly while drawing, we know that we have to draw the cross sections of missions as a part of our physics course, as a part of our physics course. So while drawing the cross section of missions, we have to draw, we have to use the concepts of geometry. Without the knowledge of geometry, without the knowledge of concepts of geometry, we cannot draw the cross section of missions perfectly, and we cannot understand the concepts or parts of those missions, the working nature of those missions perfectly. So that is the impact of geometry while drawing the cross section of missions. Similarly, all the principles of the concept light are proved and formulated with identical and equal triangles. They principles are the formulated with identical and equivalent triangles. Similarly, formula of heat, electricity are formulated with mathematics only. Because of the application of mathematical concepts only, the formulas of heat, the concept heat, sound, and electricity are formulated. Okay, coming to the law of lever is based on the simple mathematical principle of balance of sides of an equation. The law of lever is based on the simple mathematical principle of balance of sides of an equation. Okay, so coming to next one, the units of measurements are frequently used in physics. So the units of measurements, this comes under mathematics. The concept comes under mathematics. So we use the units of measurements like grams, okay, weights, measurements of weights and lengths. So we use all those measurements, units of measurements frequently in the concepts and the activities of physics. Okay, so tables of specific heat, latent heat, and melting points are prepared with the help of mathematics. We may observe the tables of specific heat and latent heat and melting points of liquids are prepared with the help of mathematics only. So without mathematical knowledge, we cannot prepare those tables of specific heat, latent heat, and melting points of various liquids. Okay. Perhaps no other science is as close to mathematics as physics is. So, based on all these discussions, we conclude that no other science is as close to mathematics as physics is. As close to mathematics as physics is. Okay, so only mathematical mind can take up the study of physics with confidence. See the statement. Only mathematical mind can take up the study of physics with confidence. With confidence. Hence, we conclude that a teacher of mathematics, while teaching equations and variations, can make use of examples from physics. Such an approach will make mathematics learning more significant. Similarly, physical science teacher, as we discussed earlier. So, to establish the correlation between math and physics, a mathematics teacher, while teaching equations and variations, can make use of examples from physical science. Such an approach will make mathematics learning more significant. At the same time, a physics teacher also to do the same, to establish the relationship and the correlation between mathematics and physics, and to understand both the subjects with confidently and more accurately, confidently and more accurately. So this is the correlation between maths and physics, mathematics and physics. Okay, so as we discussed earlier, the relation between correlation between mathematics and daily life and mathematics and physics. So whatever it may be, while we are teaching mathematics, we have to integrate, we have to correlate the concepts for in the daily life, concepts of daily life, applications of daily life, and while doing some calculations, some solving some problems, we have to give the problems of daily life in order to understand the student the relation between mathematics and daily life. Similarly, while teaching mathematics and while teaching concepts, equations, and variations, a mathematics teacher has to give the examples from physics, some examples from physics. Then only it is possible to learning mathematics more significant. So this is the correlation between mathematics and physics. Okay, so next one is correlation of mathematics with chemistry. Correlation of mathematics with chemistry. Okay, let us discuss the next video. Thank you, students. Okay, students. Uh, I requesting you all to go through the videos until I have shared through WhatsApp group. So, uh, coming to mathematics, today, okay, yesterday I uploaded one video, one link, until a few members are gone through that video. I request you all to go through those videos. Not only mathematics, general subjects. All the faculty are uploading the classes, links of their classes. So please go through those videos and try to understand the concept and try to understand the concepts. So if we have any doubts regarding these lessons, you may feel free to approach your faculty, me and other faculty of your concerned subjects to clarify your doubts. Okay, so don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. We don't know when this pandemic comes to an end. Okay, so everything is depend on us only. So if we act promptly, if we behave properly, then automatically we may eradicate the virus without any doubt. Otherwise, it may continue and it may destroy the lives. Okay, without any differences. For virus, there is no rich and poor. Okay, there is no difference of great and others. So no differences, no deviations to the virus. So please take care, stay safe, and stay home and stay safe. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.